Hi folks, this is all the fruit. I'm in Taman, Pertanian, Tenom, or the Sabah Agricultural Park in the town of Tenom in Malaysian Borneo. And this here is the fruit tree collection, the place where I spend most of my time in this park. However, this time I'm a little bit late to the party. The fruit season was quite early. And while in nearby areas, well, nearby like 150 kilometers away, the fruit season is still raging on. Here it's pretty much over. I'm just getting the last stuff. So I will mostly not show you giant puddles of rotting fruit on the ground, because those have been removed, and also not so many fruits in the trees, but the trees are still here. Let's start with the rubber trees. I don't know, well, here we have a lot of big rubber trees, and yes, rubber tree is a fruit tree. And those trees here have been used for rubber. I don't know if they are a remnant of an old rubber tree plantation. Right now I cannot sure, but all the hills around Tenom, the lower parts of them at least, are covered with rubber trees. So I guess those are part of some old rubber plantation. And yes, let's see. Well, technically, rubber tree is like a fruit or nut tree, because inside the big fruit there are some big seeds. So it's not wrong to leave it here in the fruit tree collection, because those seeds, although they look like ricinus or castor oil seeds and are closely related to ricinus or castor oil seeds, they're actually edible. So yeah, rubber trees belong here in the fruit tree collection. So does the nutmeg tree, because here they pickle even the nutmeg rind and use it like a pickled fruit for different sweet stuff like drinks and cakes and so on. Well, the Kezuzu trees, unfortunately, have already lost their fruit. Well, there's lots of rotten fruit on the ground, so maybe with a lot of luck you can find one intact fruit. Actually, yeah, here there is one, and it's even low enough to be picked. Yeah, so there are a couple Kezuzu fruit left, but the big wave of fruit is over, even for Kezuzu. Here some Barbados cherries or acerola, some candle tree, some star apple. If you wonder why it's called star apple, the star is inside the apple, not on the outside. Here a huge Artocarpus collection of huge fast-growing trees. Almost no fruit at this time. The champedak and a couple mysterious Artocarpus species have fruit right now, but not much else. Here a snake fruit collection. Snake fruit or salak is one of the fruit the area of Tenom is exporting in large quantities. There are hundreds and hundreds more fruit species. Well, I don't know if there are hundreds and hundreds, but definitely like 100 or 200 fruit species at least in this collection. But I cannot show you most of them due to time restrictions. Here we have the Mami apple, Mami americana. The squirrels have already been at it. It seems to be quite ripish. Here the toddy palm with the ripe fruit already lying on the ground. Somewhere here is the kepul, the private tree of the kings of Yogyakarta in Java. Here are some blue grapes, which is neither really blue nor grapes. Lots and lots and lots of stuff. Look at the thousands and hundreds of trees. Fortunately, they are collecting the leaves and the grass and all the biomass many times a year and removing them. I think this contributes to the fruit trees in all those Malaysian fruit collections not fruiting like the trees outside the collections. Umbrella plums. Ooh, big tree, Spondias citera. Really big one. Oh, and it's already sounding like the next rainstorm is coming. I just got wet in the morning. And here, Spondias sp. Could be Spondias dulcis. Well, this is this small tree. Yeah, there is one small species, and then there is one that makes really huge trees. What is this? Looks like some sort of Diospyros. Well, the next tree is definitely a Diospyros or a velvet apple, and at least this is still in season. There are two more star apple trees, but they are still not in season. As I said, I can just cover a small section. If I would go to each of those trees and tell you each species that is here in the fruit tree collection, this would take hours, and I think nobody would watch this video just for seeing the trees without any fruit, because most of them are out of season. Look at those beautiful white herons over there. Well, what do we have here? This looks like some syzygium, like some water apple. Don't even know what this is. Yeah, here we have some nice big santol. Over there. Here the black sapote. I never catch this thing in season anywhere I go. Like, the fruit are almost full size by now, but not ripe. One of those trees I never managed to catch in season. What a pity. Well, what have we got here? The citrus collection is a little bit puny, but I think they might have a dedicated citrus collection somewhere else. They have like 4 or 5 species here. Here the mango collection, which extends from over there to the bend in the trail, but then also to the back where all the herons are now. Lots of different mangoes, but none of them has fruit right now. Here a couple different durians, but the dedicated durian collection is outside of the fruit tree collection. I think due to space restrictions, they just stopped planting durians here and now are planting them 200 meters further. A big banana collection, but no labels on the bananas, so I have no idea what bananas those are. Well, are we already in the Garcinia collection? They have... no, we are under the Duku trees. Well, here we are in the Garcinia collection. Actually, this is still a Democarpus, a Longan. But yeah, now we are in the Garcinia collection. Here we are, Garcinia dulcis, which is not so sweet. Not as sweet as the name says, but which at least has some ripe fruit lying on the ground. Here we have Garcinia atroviridis and Garcinia cambodia. And right between them, Baccaurea motleyana or rambai. When the rambai is fruiting, the fruit season is over, and this rambai is over with fruiting, so the fruit season is like over. Yeah, it's so funny. This Borneo is supposed to be one of the most tropical areas in the world, like not a big variation in temperature or rainfall, but still the variations in temperature and rainfall are enough to trigger very pronounced fruit seasons. Like, there is lots of fruit for a month or two, and then there is almost no fruit for several months, except for such stuff like papayas and bananas, which grow all the time. Don't know what this is. I think this is some Garcinia. Let's see. Oh, Garcinia nitida. I missed the Garcinia nitida. What a pity. Well, at least the Garcinia cambodia is fruiting profusely. I made the video a couple hours ago. Well, here we have the Encala, one of the most iconic and difficult to get fruit of Borneo because it has basically no shelf life. One of those buttery fruit that are like avocado substitutes. Well, I'm not sure, but I think that this trail here marks the the end of the official fruit tree collection. On the other side, basically, you have the like the agricultural collection, like the actual crop trees, and not only trees but also other plants. So this is a different video. So let's go back a little bit here inside the dedicated fruit tree collection. I think you can see here just fruit trees, and here a mixture of trees and other useful plants. So this is basically the agricultural crop collection. Well, this sign says Radia macrophylla. I'm not so sure. I thought that this is some strange Garcinia and not a Radia macrophylla. Interesting. Well, here we have the Duku bunch, and here lychee. A really big lychee tree. They say that most lychee varieties have problems fruiting in the tropical Borneo climate, but they don't seem to have problems growing to impressive sizes. A mangosteen tree, but most of the fruit are already on the ground. Well, here we are back at the mango collection. Good folks, I'm finishing this video. As I said, there are hundreds of fruit species which I did not show you in this video, but it would have been too long, and I would just be able to show you bark and leaves in most of them. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the agricultural park of Tenom in Borneo, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.